Hey everyone, it's been a while since I last streamed. Quick life update, I guess we'll start with that. The reason why it's been a while since I streamed is because I had been in Asia traveling with my family, namely my in-laws, my wife, my son. So I haven't really been playing. Actually, I didn't play the whole time I was there, which was a little over 2 weeks. And even before that, I didn't really play much at all as well because I think during that time it was like before Eternal Weekend in Europe, but after Eternal Weekend in North America, and I kind of felt pretty comfortable with what I what's called posted as my stock list on Patreon. It was kind of already known. Like you watch any of my streams where the list was at. The list we're playing today is something I've been theory crafting since on vacation, and that's kind of getting the maximum out of Water the Reliquary and to a lesser extent Eldritch Reclaimer, and that's playing an Urza Saga. So the idea is there are some decks where Water the Reliquary doesn't read win target game, and those tend to be fast combo matchups that can ignore Bajuka Bog and Talon Gates of Madara. So something like a Storm, which is probably not a good example for this because the Vexing Bauble is not legal anymore. Actually, on that note, for anybody who has not followed Legacy, both Psychic Frog and Vexing Bauble are banned. But another example would be something like a Mystic Forge deck. Now that's a misnomer because they rely more on the One Ring and the untap effects like Manifold Key. But a Bog or Talon Gates isn't really doing against that deck. So you want Reliquaries to still be good in the matchup, even if it's not great. And as a way to do that, I added one Saga because you want to bridge the game to Pithing Needle. That's the major idea. It's nothing new. I've tried this before and it's been okay in like the Fiend Artisan builds, but the big difference is we're playing a higher land count now, so we can maybe afford another colorless mana, especially one that's out of the board instead of in the mana base. And also, instead of 4 land searchers, we have 8 now between Reclaimer and Water the Reliquary. So that's like one difference. The other difference is, I guess that's the main difference, right? Like going from 4 to 8 and just wanting these to be end game. Obviously, the play pattern would be like turn 3 upkeep, sacrifice either a land or a creature, get the Saga, it triggers on upkeep, triggers again on main phase, and then turn 4 you have your lock piece out, right? That's kind of the idea. And then by extension, I swapped the Fairy Macabre for a Silent Gravestone because I figured that was probably like some percentage points, just it's in case they have like a in case you drew the Bog, or they can like beat one Bog effect, right? Or they have a Leyline of Sanctity, you can like hose them that way. So it's more inevitability. I don't want to like discuss too much on that. We can discuss more as we're playing these games. I figure that's probably more interesting for people. I have played exactly 1 league so far post-ban, and that was yesterday night. I probably punted the 5-0 because I was just kind of like listening to music, not really paying attention. My initial impression is leagues are going to be all over the place. I mean, granted, the sample size is 1. I faced some control decks, and I just don't think those decks are playable still, personally. So you might get some free wins like I did. I played 2 control decks, and the games were not close. So, hey Mark, how's it going? I'm glad. Dukes I will defer to in terms of he is the grandfather of furthering the green community, so to speak, or at least the green creature community with Green Sun Zenith. He even has the website, right? So he's the OG for sure. I'm glad to be just part of the Sylvan Syndicate that he joined as well. Like I don't remember how many years ago it was. I jokingly, recruited the heads of each of the green archetypes to join to form the summit, right? The Green Sun Summit. All right, we're playing against Lucius. I don't know what they're on. For what it's worth, this list I came up with was pre-banned, so like I didn't feel like I needed to change anything because I felt really good about the list in general. But I don't want to predict what the metagame is going to look like. I still think the good decks will still be good for what it's worth. I still think Reanimator's good. Mystic Forge I'm less high on because it's a little bit more glass cannon, if that makes sense. But like for instance, I still think like Moon Zombie is very good. I still think Eldrazi is like good. Anything that you would expect to be good, I still think is good, if that makes sense. Okay, so I probably should have like. Well, I guess this is a one-lander. That's one way to look at it. If I'm rusty, then I apologize. What are we playing against? Maybe the Bowmasters. That's probably gonna be like coming up in higher numbers now. I actually think Bowmasters will never get to the meta share that it was before because I would hope Legacy players know that not every deck should be playing that card. And it feels like Reanimator potentially. Why would they take my Endurance? All right. Yeah, they got me. They got me. I don't. It is what it is. I just want to ramp, right? If we don't die here, so the good thing about having the Keen-Eye Curator, which is another change I had, I built in my previous list, is situations like this where I can just like feel like they're on Reanimator personally, and now I can just tap out for it, right? There's no need, I think, to attack. Like they took Endurance. Feels like Reanimator, personally. I could be wrong, but that is my read on their line. I guess we take the Thoughtseize. I don't think it matters. Eat the land. We can still have a lot of mana up. Let's see what they do about that. We could, in theory, right now, like, tap out for or something. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to try to lock this game up with a Safekeeper. I don't see how they win, though. The safe play might have been just not even cast the white, right? But the white is a small hedge if for some reason they're not on If for some reason they're not on what is it called? If they're not on Reanimator, but if they're not on Reanimator, but they care about endurance, we probably still win anyways. It's hard to say. So there's definitely a chance there. I should have just like held all my mana up. I'm a little bit rusty, but I don't think that potential small misplay matters. We'll see. We're pretty ahead. Dark Ritual. Oh, so it's Ant, I think. Why are you interesting? Sure. I might have punted, like I said. I did not think they were on Ant because I did not think they were on Ant only because they somehow cared about the endurance, which I guess it didn't make sense to me. I have to look back at my hand. I don't remember. Maybe I didn't have anything else that was relevant. It's all ramp. They have. They like Burning Wish, I guess, for something. And now it's from 10. I might have just punted this game. Definitely did not think they were on Ant, but I didn't need to play Rally the Reliquary there. I could have just like green some for the Safekeeper and just like hold up Curator. So I'm just kicking myself for that. Yeah, I threw this game, but you know, live and learn. Because I would have had extra 2 mana for, and it doesn't change the clock. Um, if I slowed down there and thought about it through, I think we win that game. But it is what it is. I somehow doubt my opponent is playing optimally as well, so it doesn't feel like what is it called? It doesn't feel like turn 5 should be when they win. So I'm just gonna assume that under a more experienced pilot, I would have lost earlier. So there's that. All right. Ironically enough, this I did mention Storm earlier. This is like one of the matches where the needle doesn't do anything. So also I bored our endurance. Hey, how's it going, Mike? Oh, I took too much there. I assumed they're gonna play out of the graveyard anyways in the game too, so I just bored out all my graveyard hate. This is like a leveling thing, I guess. In case you missed it, Mike, I threw game one, but I also don't think experienced Storm player would have taken turn 5 to kill me. So I'm assuming they're kind of new to the deck. Yes. I feel like we have to keep. Like, our hand's not like. There's not that many hits in our deck that are good. I guess the macabre. Ugh, that's pretty gross. Probably, done in by my. They push that, we probably lose, but I don't. I think we have to take risks. Um. Actually, that was a mistake. I should have like once. I guess I still can, but like, just pass. It's not. It's that wasn't. That was a bad play by me. I should have played. Well, maybe not. Depends on like what they do. The rust is definitely showing already. I did mention in my video, like, I'll post it here for those who are curious. One second. I don't think they run Fluster Storm anymore, but it's gonna like soft lock them now. Oh, here it is. I found it. Here's my video on my band like thoughts. It's like a quick 7-minute video. This is my first time doing anything like that, so probably a ton of room for improvement. I am a little bit susceptible to getting got by fast combo decks because I just keep most hands. So like, I can lose like turn 2 to like Reanimator because I just kept like a normal hand. Although that's like less relevant potentially now that Psychic Frog is banned. Like I'll keep a hand that beats Frog and then like potentially lose to Entomb, right? But it's pretty nice feeling. I kind of think this is like one of the few decks that did not really care about Psychic Frog. Sure. They gotta get that dress down. Maybe they forgot about the oof. Okay. Oh, they got a natural storm with me? Yeesh. That's kind of gross if they can do it. Oh! Okay, I misclicked. Like I'm effing up like all over the place. I should have. And well, our opponent's gonna take advantage of that. That's annoying. Well, I guess not. Guess they just had the natural tendrils. Okay. That makes me feel better, I guess. Although the lag's kind of crazy. All right. Wow, that's interesting one, I guess. Wait, what the hell just happened? What in the hell just happened? Did they not have lethal? Like, what was storm count? Let's see. It should have been more than enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, they. I think they probably conceded because I misclicked. I don't know. That's my logic. Like, I felt like that was lethal, but I don't know. Don't know what's going on here. Might have been concession because they knew it was an honest mistake by me. That is my reasoning. So good for them on. We're probably a big dog game 3 anyways. But it would be nice to play a real game, right? Like that wasn't like me misplaying game 1. Like that was a what is the word I'm looking for? A mechanical issue, if that makes sense. Like I didn't mean to shield down. Ugh. I guess. Given that they only have 3 cards, I wonder if I just like hold up Curator. There's Oof too. That's pretty good. Actually, I like that better. Because I get to use all my mana. That's pretty important. And I can still have Curator up next turn. I think the eating is more relevant than. Oops. I think the eating is more relevant than the extra damage. Because I need to eat 2 things. This is a nice advantage of having the curator again, I guess. Like, for this kind of matchup where they're kind of graveyard dependent. I think what I'll do is if I win this match here, I'm gonna DM my opponent. Like I'm gonna tell my opponent to DM me for a promo code just for the cool sportsmanship. I think might as well, right? So I can't bash for a bunch. What do I want to do here? I don't think I want to make the same mistake I made last time, right? We have a big reclaimer. Let's just get that in, I guess. And leave 3 mana up. In case they have a removal spell. Oh, I missed the scavengers a lot. So I just messaged my opponent right now too. Like, if they lose this match, or if I win this match, I'll send them a promo code for 120 play points. Okay. We threw and then we won, if that makes sense. Hey, how's it going, Lord Beerus? We got like all the lock pieces there.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
For those of you who are just tuning in, pretty stock list. I cut the Bristly Bill / Cubs. Obviously, we can't play Cub yet on MTGO, but I was playing Bristly Bill. And I just think Keen Eye Curator does a very similar thing against Moonstompy, which is what you would want, like, you know, Cub to be good. Why you would want Cub in the first place. But just you get, like, a lot of these free wins against these graveyard decks. Or maybe not free win. Well, sometimes it's a free win, but More like free equity. Yeah, so being a 3/3 is pretty neat too. The one thing I definitely think Cub is better is the mana cost. So like Curator is double green, sometimes hard to cast under a Moon or under a Harbinger, but most of the time you're gonna you would hope that you fetch basic first and you have one dork, right? We're against Monastery Mage. I guess we just fetch first, right? Get the old deck thing going. And given that we have the off-color hierarchy in our hand and white in our hand, I think I'm just gonna take endurance for protection here. I also have everything else, right? Bloodstained Mire screams combo to me too. Yeah, I kind of hinted at this like not in previous streams where like I kind of feel bad for other decks. Like our deck doesn't really care about Frog, but majority of decks do, and I think it was very oppressive. Like even if we had a pretty good win rate against Frog decks, like I just think it kept a lot of the it was very restrictive for deck building in more ways than one. Like I think you're kind of priced into playing Demir colors. Not to mention, it's like a Dread Horde before. You don't answer, you probably lose. Although to be fair, the answers now are better than when Dread Horde existed. Like you have endurance and things like that. I mean, it's not unbeatable. Like I've taken like 6 frog attacks before in one, but like again, this is an outlier deck, right? Like I don't expect every deck to be able to handle that kind of pressure. If that makes sense. That was a mistake, actually. Why do they have 2 oh my god, don't tell me they're playing that Cascade deck. No, they wouldn't have this mana base. Maybe they're playing the other Cascade, the Rhinos deck. I don't know what they're on. Hey Doomsday, one second. I will DM you the thing right now. One second. I don't want to forget. I'm terrible at multitasking. I apologize. No. I have it with me. I just needed to pull it up from your email. All right. I just sent you the promo code. Enjoy. No, it's just like, especially since I'm streaming, I just love that kind of nice display of sportsmanship. Especially in a league, right, where it doesn't really matter. I get it if like there's high stakes. Like I wouldn't begrudge anybody. So they're probably on some like Echo. What? Oh, maybe they're on Phoenix or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Well, let me think. So, if for some reason our opponent has an answer, I want to be able to hold up endurance. If for some reason they have an answer. Okay. Cloud Post. Why is that? Especially since one of their tools against combo has been taken away. Okay, what are we playing against here? Like something that cares about. Mm, I don't know. I'm very skeptical of Cloud Pose. I think if they're willing to put in the time to learn Cloud Pose, you can put the time in to learn this deck, and it's like a better deck in my opinion. That can beat combo, where I don't think Cloud Pose can really beat combo. Yeah, not to mention historically at least you don't have a great Delver matchup either. All right, what are we doing here? They have Taiga, Veil. Feel like they're like some kind of epic gamble type deck. Um, what did they take with? They have no, they didn't seize. Typically these gamble decks, I'm gonna feel silly if they're actually on like Phoenix, but they have Veil. I feel like they're like TES or something, like some weird build. I don't know. We didn't really see anything. I'm just gonna have to guess what they're on. I don't think Talon Gates is gonna be relevant. All right, we have some extra cards here. They're on TES. I don't think any of this matters. Like we can hedge a little bit, I guess. Actually, I don't think this matters. This is probably more likely to matter. We do have the bog, like in case, but I mean, I'm just kind of guessing here. Again, another Storm deck, which is not really what I want to play against. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. We'll once first. There's an argument to be made. That's pretty good. I feel like this is gonna matter. I'm so. It's the question is like, do I give them full information or not? I don't think I do. Like, I want them to at least consider I could have endurance instead of saving the fetch for our arbor. Like, there is a penalty, but like I think the not having to give my opponent full information is pretty relevant. Sure. Like I said, the penalty is I can't get arbor later. Gamble to scare gamble. Can they go off now? Is the question. Yep, looks like they can. What? Oh, wait, what? Okay, so they are on Echo. Very odd sequencing. Maybe they try to like get us to burn a Force of Vigor or something. Okay. Oh, I guess Beseech is like, okay. Interesting. They're not playing around the endurance, I see. Not playing around the endurance. Sure. Interesting that they didn't play around endurance. I'm tempted to bring it back in. I definitely want the Macabre now, though. The Force, I don't think I love. The Keen Eyes, probably not, to be honest. It feels slow. It does. It has Song of Creation, but I don't think they're going to go for that, but who knows. I assume I'm dead if they go for a Song. Maybe that's even worth bringing in, like, a Force, but, like... It's like a guessing game, right? Like, what I'm trying to play around here. Like, I can see something like that. If they're not playing around. I'm going to play these one-ofs and see what they play around. And then Keen Eye, I don't love. I'd rather just play Reliquary, I think. Feels slow. Let me think. Endurance. This is like a mode of 5, right? Nah. Sure, I guess. Got the one of endurance, right? It's funny, like, now I missed that vexing ball, right? Like, to hose, I can like Saga to Bobble, and then like hose the storm decks, but cannot do that right now. I wish Chalice of the Void you can get it with Saga. That'd be nice. Wonder if there's a hoser that we can play for Storm. It will be popular, at least initially, and that is mentioned in my video. I will repost that again here. You know, gotta take that free W when I can, right? Here it is. We're gonna telegraph endurance, but I think I'm okay with that. Hey Dooms, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been at least a month, I think, since I last streamed. It was away, like I said, on travel. Win or lose, I think I'm going to be happy with this league. The vibes are pretty good right now. You know, some good sportsmanship going on the other side. I think win or lose, I think also we're going to see these storm decks. Like, it's probably worth addressing. I don't know what that entails, to be honest. I haven't really thought about it too much. But, like, I do know, like, in the back of my mind, if these storm decks ever became popular, what I had in my back pocket was, oh, I can add Bobble to the sideboard, but Bobble got banned, so yeah, Bobble got banned, so now I'm on a different plan. Ugh. They don't know we drew this though, so. So no end of turn dress down is a good sign for us. But yeah, okay. They hard cast it. I don't know how often that comes up. I know it comes up some, but we might just be dead here. All right. You got me. You got me. Yeesh. Ugh, can't believe I lost the hardcast song. They whiffed? This is real life? What the hell's in their hand? How is that even possible? Ah, all the reactive cards. Nah, I think we're just gonna like try to layer them for 1,000,000 right now. It's a lot of damage. If we draw a fetch line, I'm sure that's lethal. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7. We have exactly lethal. Wow, I did not expect to win that. I thought we were dead, to be honest. Alright, better lucky than good. I will just say that. I did not think I was winning that game. Like, we don't really have anything for that matchup, to be honest. Like, I boarded like I kept like 2 pieces of Graveyard Hedge to keep them honest. We have 1 Force of Vigor. Maybe that count needs to be higher now, I don't know. It's just like, I play 1 at least, just to, they have the, so it's in the back of their mind at least. I love doing unhinged things, or what they perceive as unhinged things. Like 1 Leyline in the Void, and just like screw up their sideboarding. It does matter. Like, don't get me wrong, and that's why we play a main deck. But for the most part, like, we didn't even have access to it, and you still have to go turn 1 Dork into turn 2 like Green Sun. Now, because we play a lot of Dorks, that's a high chance. But I don't really want to play against this matchup. I think Storm is like one of the more, I would say, competitive decks that I don't really want to see. Well, I guess it's your definition of like competitive, right? Like, I think the one deck I don't really want to play at all is something like Creative Technique. Like that matchup's like almost impossible to win. At least prior to Modern Horizons 3. Maybe things change now because I have Wild Reliquary, but I suspect probably not. If anything, maybe it's worse. Because before, like, the Jailer, Soulless Jailer is like one way you beat that deck, but we don't play Fiend Artisan anymore. It's too mana inefficient. If you told me tonight we would play against 2 Storm decks, I would say there was a decent chance we'd be 0-2 right now. I would say there's a decent chance we'd be 0-2. Alright, this is pretty reasonable. Also, if you like my content, just overall, I know I posted my video to my thoughts on the ban list or BNR update, but there's just like a bunch of my content here. Once upon a time, fellow green. That could be Eldrazi, I guess, but most likely a fellow green mage. For those of you who like, the elf version of Nadu, it is Eldrazi. I highly, highly recommend you play Once Upon a Time. I think the list I've seen just seem very suboptimal in my opinion. Not running arguably the second best green spell in Legacy is, to me, very strange. Okay. We can't do anything yet. There's no need to once. I'm just going to play this and pass, I guess. If for some reason they have like 6 mana and like Michael spawn my Misty Rainforest, I mean my base thing, that would be a disaster. Well, not even a disaster, but just very annoying. Sure. So one thing that's interesting here is, wow, okay. I was gonna try to play around K command, but they don't have the thing. They can't cast it because you need to pay colorless mana. So I think this is a freebie roll. And then just pass. Alright, we can go white. We can also, well, it's gotta be white for the get, but it's just like, what are we doing instead? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, that was bad. I just realized that I can't cast a white, but that's okay. Like, it was anything I get was gonna be countered by the chalice anyways, so I think here we just ramp. Just make sure that we can attract the next turn. Right? If they kill our arbor or something, then we can. Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. Well, we kind of had no choice, to be honest. They take the natural order, and we're down. I think this is the game part of the game plan now, where we're just going to start running things in the chalice to grow our wild reliquary. It's not a bad game plan. Sure, we're at 9. For what it's worth, I actually don't even think like Atlas Sword Shepherd's that good here, because like you can put some 1/1s in, but I don't think that really matters. Okay. There's a couple of things we can do. If we phase out. Otherwise, okay. If we phase out, is that better than blocking? Probably not. So let's just do this. I'm just gonna like run everything into chalice and just grow my white. Now we can't attack at least. No. This is almost better, right? Like it's we have our own frog. Build your own frog, right? Like growing our wild reliquary. Uh oh. Okay, that must have been a top deck. Yikes. All right. I guess we're losing this one. I don't think there was really anything we could have done. Did we mulligan this game? I don't even know. We did not. They did actually. They went turn one chalice. We just didn't really get to play Magic this game. Maybe things are different if we like had that black source. Actually, that is like food for thought now. I wonder. No, we still get the white. The only thing we don't do differently is maybe we instead of fetching for Arbor, we fetch for the. Maybe we fetch for what is it called? Bayou. All right. Anyways, and the snuff out. I think the keen eye is probably okay. Take out the bog. Um, I feel like Saga for Needle, just to name their eyes like super niche. Presumably you win before then. Or maybe you don't win, but maybe the game would be decided in most cases, I think, before then. They could win, right? Sure. It's a really good hand, actually. We're going to fetch the old snuff out, at least to bluff. So that's kind of interesting. Actually, I don't love this. It's a little slow. Yeah, let's go with that. It's safer. Like Kina is like, oh, it's not great in this matchup. Like I don't really want to spend mana to grow it. I would much rather just like sink it like late game if need be. I don't really want to open with that card. Not to mention, you're just like the worst case scenario. You sink mana into it, then they K command it. See what they do here. I think the thing I want to see most them do here is like wasteland my bayou. I think that's like the dream scenario for me to see. I think the other scenario I wouldn't mind is like turn one dismember. Mox Diamond. Oh, they're probably the red build. It's probably the Fleshbreaker turn one then. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Wish I had kept whatever in collector. Oof. Well, actually, I did. I did. Just like hopefully shut off their mana. Well, actually, does it even matter? It may not even matter. I mean, there's a chance it's just like cheeses the game, and like the other options are just not great either. So yeah, let's just go for like cheese play, I guess. Maybe it keeps them off like a line breaker or something. or like another repurposer. We have natural order math regardless, so there's that also. Also, there's a chance that it keeps them off Thought Not Seer. Are they gonna call my bluff? I would probably just block the Flesh Raker, to be honest. I would probably block. I'd take that trade. I wonder if they have a line breaker in hand. That would be funny. They don't know our hand, but like we went ramp into Green Sun for like a roadblock. They have to, if they're thinking about it hard, it's got like be a high chance though. This guy's got natural order in hand. Ugh. This card is no fun. The fun police. We are probably, oh man, we're just dead to like Flesh Raker. That helps. Let's do this first. I think it's almost guaranteed we need to snuff this out. Gotta protect the safekeeper. I mean, the Atraxa. That's pretty good. Once, Green Sun. What will we get? Probably white. The thing is already gone. The collector. Ooh. I think the biggest creature right now. It's probably still white. Just get it, yeah. I don't see us losing this game, but we'll see. Especially after we attack with Atraxa. And then we can like white if they try to like wombo combo us with Blast Zone. Okay. So I think here we have to preemptively protect Atraxa. Because in case they have the Devour... Oh, they made a mistake. Sorry. We were going to do it anyways. So for what it's worth, I was going to play around it regardless. But they made it easier now. I was actually, I don't know if everybody was paying attention. I was hinting at the fact that I was going to do that. And So I think now they're gonna just like blow up our thing, maybe. Oh, we can actually hard cast the thing here too. The snuff out. Actually, if I hard cast the snuff out, well, actually, that doesn't work. Okay, that was easy mode, I guess. Do we change anything based on what we just saw? I don't think I want Force of Ages to hit Mox. Like, we're behind on board. Needle, probably not. I think we boarded correctly. Like, the worst card is obviously probably the Keen Eye, but it's like some evasion or pseudo evasion late game. I don't think I love this hand though. That's like a mold of 5 almost already. The Curator's not doing anything. I want to see like Natural Order or like Snuff Out really. I think we can do better than this. There's the Snuff Out, but no land. Ugh. Like the first hand was just felt a little too fair. Now they could have all the removal hand, but like, given that we had 2 Cradles and like a Keen Eye that's kind of dead anyways, I was willing to roll the dice and go to 6. Now we're going to 5, unfortunately. Yeah, I think so too. I'm like process oriented. Like, it obviously didn't work out here, but I think we made the right play. Now I have to keep. Let's do that. Obviously, there's situations where that hand is probably okay. Yeah, it didn't work out because, and we play a really conservative mana base too, which is the frustrating part there. I think not having the lamp with the snuff out, but you know, say la vie. That kind of helps, I guess. I think we just want threats. So let's go the best one in the game. And here, I think I'm going to. I'm like I have to at least bluff snuff out. And or if they want to kill my dork, then we have the colored dork still in our hand. Are they gonna waste us? I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? How funny. They probably don't have another land. We survived that one. Now I don't feel that bad about where we're at. I thought we were really gonna lose the game on the spot there. Like I'm not gonna play around removal because I'm gonna be cut off like mana, right? Also, it's strange that they didn't dismember me on my turn. They must have top decked it. That's the only reasoning. Oh, that's why they. That's annoying. That is annoying. It doesn't really matter here, I guess. But I'm just gonna like tap out here. Question is, am I getting another white? Probably. Especially since we saw Blast Zone already. Let's just, yeah. I'll just double up on the whites. One is guaranteed to survive. This is F6. What do they keep? 1, 2, 3, 4, just like all non-soul lands? I will say the K command is kind of brutal. That card is like very good against us. I always joke it's kind of BS that K command deals with collected with main deck now, out of Mystic Forge. No, they just it's funny. They cast it just as a ramp spell because they don't have another land. I'd be curious if they're gonna waste this. I actually want them to. Alright, they don't do it. No fear. Alright, what are we getting here? We can like... They're not at 8 now. Could have put on 6, but there's no use tapping out the second white. Let's see if they hold a wasteland. Sure. That's annoying. It's times like this where like I wish I had the I joked about this in my Patreon, the soaring sea cliff where you just fly over them. What am I getting here? Probably just a fetch land. And then we can thin. It's annoying they left that wasteland up. Oops. It's possible we're supposed to have. It's possible we're supposed to hit that flesh breaker with Talongaze last turn. This is interesting. I think we... Oh, okay. Sure. Give us the draw then. Why must we get that? Then we hit this right now. I think they had Devour, maybe? Yeah. This is problematic. Oh, they screwed it up. Wow. Okay, they're throwing this game. There's an asterisk on this, like big time already. That's a monumental mistake. So a big asterisk on this game if we win. That's still an if. Five. Could be a 7. Bash for both. I can't clear them. They have to chump with their Eldrazi spawns. They could waste the Hydra here. I think I have to just like do it now, I guess. Although, no, that doesn't do anything. I thought about something right now, but that doesn't do anything. I don't think so. So they had the double block with the spawn, presumably. I think we lost this game by not Talon Gatesing the Fleshraker earlier. They waste our thing right now. Oh, okay, sure. Another chump block. They can't attack because... Sure, they're smart to do it now before I can like sacrifice it for value. Okay, that's just easy mode. That I was just hoping we just win easy mode. We stole this game though, for what it's worth. Our opponent like misplayed big time. did not deserve to win. We'll take it. They misplayed, and that was really a game-changing misplay. All right, I'm gonna take a quick restroom break. That's okay. All right, I am back. And shout out to Dukes. For anyone who catches this video after the fact, I learned how to essentially stop recording while I'm away to reduce the number of the amount of dead time. So that helps. So the amount of restrooms that I take are not going to affect the length of the recorded videos, I guess, if you watch on YouTube. All right. Okay, back to what I was saying. As much as I don't like Shadow Spear, because I just feel like that would have helped that game against Eldrazi. But my argument against Shadow Spear is I feel like that's really the only matchup I kind of want Shadow Spear for, because you can't get through these chump blocks, so to speak, right? Like before they kill you. Now I got through there, but I think that was, as you can see, Fleshbreaker is a pain in the you-know-what to deal with. And I don't know if... I don't think I want to play Shadow Spear just because of Fleshbreaker, but... I don't even know, like... What's that capsule? Car... Executioner... Capsule? Is that what it is? I don't remember. How do you do a command for a card? Maybe it's like this. Reclaimer does two things, I think, very well. It, number one, finds Cradle, and number two, gets Bajuka Bog. I've also used it for Talon Gates a lot, but it's kind of mana intensive to hold up. But it's like a mom in some cases. It'll draw out removal. It's a 3/4. It's not as good as it was, I would say, pre-Modern Horizons 3, but like what is? Like, Modern Horizons 3 has just like power crept a lot of the existing creature card pool. I still think it's very good, but maybe not as good as it once was. I'm probably higher on it than most. Ugh, 4 lands. I think it's a mole. Well, maybe not. If this wasn't here, would I keep this on 6? Probably. It feels like I'm going to get punished, though, for keeping this kind of hand. Oh, we're playing against lands. I think that's the only start that I think that's lands is the only start with like that's like this. Um, ugh. I would love this matchup more if I didn't like have 5 lands in hand. Like I said, that's why I thought about mulling there, but what can you do? Maybe they cracked the map? There's no way, right? They're missing green mana. Yeah, they're gonna do that. I'm not gonna assume they're gonna mess up. Well, they can't even mess up. Let's get the white online. Main deck swords is an interesting choice. I guess most other decks, I think I would lead with like Green Sun Double Ramp there. I don't think that does anything against this kind of like Tabernacle Edge deck. Not to mention these swords, my thing again. I'm just gonna like Green Sun for another white and just like try to hit land. I actually hope my opponent wastelands me because then I get value out of these extra lands. The reason why I led with the basic fours is because I want the additional Misties or fetch lands to be either Arbor or Bayou. Yes, playing right into my plans. Okay. That's very annoying. That is very annoying. It's like this is hard to. I don't even want to really bog it. They play a wasteland. They don't really progress their board state. Maybe it's okay. No, let's not give them the option. We only have one body left. That's the other kicker. I think if they want to like play Wasteland, I think I'm okay with that and just like do nothing. Like they don't have colored mana. What is going on? What am I doing here? If they want to waste me again, I'm probably okay with it, to be honest. I can get Arbor, and that just grows my my white. Yeah, let's do that. Is saving this worth it? Maybe? Yeah. I think we get Cradle and dare them to try to waste us again. Yeah. It's not bad. They don't have colored mana. Like, what's going on? That's so funny. Yeah, this is a good example when like don't always like memorize heuristics, right? Like obviously you think, oh, Crucible Wasteland, your opponent must be ahead, right? Just like I don't see you have colored mana. I don't see how you answer this board. They're like behind on board. Like, what are they gonna do? Wasteland us every turn? Like while they're taking 5 damage? It's different. They have exploration, but yeah, this is a very odd game. If I were to guess, maybe they had like a second sword or something in hand too. It's just like stranded. Because I don't understand the logic of keeping like a do nothing hand like they did. All right, Silent Gravestone. Ironically, very good in this matchup. What else? Let me see my sideboard map. Oh, I actually bored out the collective. Interesting. I guess it's too narrow. Endurances. Wait, is that right? Endurances. 2 endurances come out. Okay, that makes more sense. Safekeeper comes out. Yeah, that makes sense. And collective. All right. I have something I shouldn't have coming in. Pithing Needle, Force of Vigor. Why do I have one extra card here? Oh, the Gravestone is the card. Yeah, I can see why I don't want this. Like, it only hits Loam, really, right? And they didn't even Loam there. Yeah, I guess I don't want it. Yeah, I think keep. I think the big loss for modern, like green black Cradle, is in the name, right? I think not having Cradle means the deck is significantly weaker. I have some ways maybe you can get around that, but it's definitely an uphill climb. I think this is for Thespian stage. Reclaimer, second endurance. Ugh. I guess that. They want to waste me, they can. I don't think I care. I was really hoping to hit a dork there. I think the ideal dream now is like they swords my reclaimer or something. I'm gonna pause as if I have Force of Vigor and thinking about it, and then pass. Did they just keep another sketch hand? What is going on? If they had swords, well, maybe not because they probably want a map. That feels slow. I feel well. What I'm really afraid of is like they like. I think what I'm afraid of is they just have an ancient tomb or Mox diamond hand, and then get me next turn. Actually, let's just cancel. I want to untap with white. And I'm going to shield down one turn. If they have the Mox, I think I just live with it, right? Like, they just have the combo out of nowhere. I feel like they don't, because they would have played the Mox if they had it. Okay, so the swords. That's okay. That means they did nothing, right? Like, they're... I mean, I guess we didn't either, to be honest, to be fair. I don't think we care about constructs, but I could be wrong. I think we get Bayou here. We're not playing around anything anymore. I think we get Cradle to pay for the Tabernacle. And then I don't think anything we get is like better than that. Just pass. They're probably gonna map and then they lose their land. I don't know what's going on. I guess in theory they could needle our Reclaimer. If they needle our Reclaimer, it's kind of bad. But what do we play around that even? I guess if they needle our Reclaimer, we'll just like start bashing. We'll like once upon a time on their end step, and then like get more lands, or like a fetch land and grow Reclaimer. Start bashing for 3s. Saga, okay. I can't believe they're on that plan. It seems so slow. Not to mention they have a Tabernacle. Maybe they're out on that plan. Sure. They want to needle my Reclaimer, so be it. To think about what to pitch, they're missing. God, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Well, people will keep a hand that doesn't do anything. Like if I draw a Force Vigor, they just like lose here. Interesting. Sure. I could have Talon Gates, but I just didn't think it was worth it. The mana hit. They are new to this deck. They should let me pay first and then. Technically, we can lose to Merit Lage here, so we have to be careful. Thespian stage. Actually, we're at 23. What am I scared of? Maybe that's probably a mistake. Maybe we should have just named Wasteland, to be honest. Like we have a. I don't think we need to be scared. We're at 23 and we have endurance. Although this means like I don't know how they win now. That's the other thing. Like most of my losses against lands is like they have a Marriage Age. I can't remember them last time they won fair. Actually, let's tap the Cradle. Actually, no. Wow. Okay. We're going to pass. Well, actually, we're gonna attack, I think. And then they're gonna make a thing, and then we're gonna like kill the thing. This is an obscene draw right now. We're gonna play around the crop rotation. If they end step and we're gonna hit the Mox Diamond. That's exactly what I want to happen. That might be game. The force of vigor was just obscene there. Oh yeah, they're paying for their token. The game's over. It was not fair what we just did. I hate these tabernacle trees. It takes forever, but it is what it is. There's no need to attack. We'll just keep Claimer up. Game's probably over, to be honest. They don't have a green source. I don't know what's going on. They shouldn't be paying, to be honest. Like, 1/1 token is not worth it. This matchup is all about tempo. I mean, well, I guess Legacy is just purely about tempo, but... Sure. What do we have left? We lost a lair. I guess we just start bashing. It's a lot of damage. Yeah. The lag is starting to really hit though, so we'll see. All right, we're, you know, scammed our way to the 5-0 match. I think win or lose, I think the moral of the story is like, if there are more storm-based decks, I know we want to. I feel like we got pretty lucky, if I'm being honest. Um, I feel like if there is a target, and obviously Bobble would have been it for Saga to close out these storm matchups, that'd be nice. I'm not sure that exists. Like, I'll be honest. I know Cage is like a card, but obviously it hurts us too. Um, yeah, maybe Cage is it. Like, even though it hurts us, maybe it hurts them more. Let's see my mapping. In the matchups, I would theoretically board in Silent Gravestone. Reanimator, yeah, I definitely want Cage there. Oops, all spells, yeah. Breakfast, yep. I think I want Cage. And Painter. Painter is probably the one I don't want Cage. But I don't even think like Silent Gravestone's like great against them. Yeah, it's probably worth the trade to be honest. It's probably worth the trade. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Just like the funny thing is like I can board in Cage against the Nadu Cradle list too. That'd be super funny. And then it's just well, maybe not actually. Because then you get into a situation where it's like, can hey, Peachkey, I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know what they're on. This is a mode of 6 already, and no turn 1 play. Turn 2 is potentially kind of sketch. That's a mulligan. Okay, it's better, but not by much. It's only better, really, because the hoof goes on the bottom. I guess that's an upgrade. You can draw it, potentially, which sucks, but... Okay, another Eldrazi player. Safekeeper it is. That's a snap keep. I think here I'm gonna play it safe because my turn 2 is not gonna be affected anyways. Because I know I'm gonna go white into Safekeeper. So I don't want them to just like turn 1 waste me like out of nowhere. That would suck. Might be a Flushraker. Black. Alright, that would be one reason, I guess, to, that would be another. And I'm gonna run it in. So I got punished, right? They go turn 1 Chalice. Like, I could have got a Dork. Instead, I wasted it. But it is what it is. Yeah, okay. I need to be less conservative there. I probably should have, given that I had the Wild Royal card in hand, I probably should have just played the thing, yeah. I guess we just play it. They just like kept a greedy hand, got punished. Like no second land drop is pretty crazy. Their removal is like outside of K is like pseudo sorcery speed because they have K commands like somewhat telegraphed. At least early on. What do they have here? Ooh, interesting. So we can Talon Gates. I don't know that really buys. I don't think I want to waste the Talon Gates on that. I think I'm getting a lair and start to pressure them. I don't think they're playing the best here. Sure. Why not? Who knows? I think there's a chance I just like time walk them here with the Talon Gates, but I'm not 100% sure. 4 mana to time walk that is just not great. I think I'm just gonna like. Actually, how much? Maybe is this just like lethal here? Like randomly? No. So they don't block. It's a million, right? Question here is like. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay, we got a free win here. Our opponent got mana screwed. Was it this game that they had the Devour to? They just did not. They just whiff. What did they put in their hand? Did they just? I don't know what's going on. Maybe they missed or they misclicked. I don't know. I guess so. Yeah, I'm like trying to figure out what the hell happened. Okay. So again, the Shadow Sphere here maybe is like relevant. I feel like I don't like love any of these cards to be honest. I think that's the thing, the card that we want really. The Curator just has another body maybe in the late game. The shadow, yeah, maybe the Shadow Sphere like would be relevant, but that's late game as well, so your knights can get through, which is what Curator would be for anyways. The difference is you can tutor for the Shadow Sphere. Whether that's worth a slot or not, it's like it's a different story. No turn one play, but we have Snuff out. I think this is a trap hand actually. Keep. I think it's that actually. Okay. I might regret my keep now. Actually, I should have put back the white. That was greedy. That was greedy of me. Never punished, though. If anything, I think... Yeah, I think we just, like, run this in. Grow the white. Obviously, this is a telegraph. We don't run, like, Force of Vigor type effects, but... I think Force of Vigor is, like, bad against them anyways. What was my opening hand? It was two whites, a natural or but with attracts a hand. Yeah, it's like kind of dead. I forget what else was in that hand. I think it once maybe. Ah, the tech to beat Blood Moon. Seeing that makes me wonder if we should keep in Force now. That they have the anti Blood Moon slash anti Toxicrene tech. I don't like love this matchup for what's worth. Like the annoying card is definitely the Kozilek's Command. Before, like them being able to deal with a big creature is like super annoying. Speaking of the devil, oh, I had a snuff out, which would have been awkward here too. Are they on the? I wonder if they're on like the slow control version or mid range version. Why? Why must she forsake me? Two ant decks, one Eldrazi, and I don't remember. Oh, one lands player. The old force white through removal, right? That actually helps me. Sure. What is going on here? Here comes the infinite chunk block. Like this is definitely a problem. Like I need to think about how I want to deal if Eldrazi is popular. How to get through these spawn tokens. That just like they can't block forever, but like it's pretty annoying. The irony here is like I don't think we're that actually that far off from Hardcast Atraxa, depending on our draws. I wonder. I guess, yeah. You got me there. No Atraxa it is. We need to hit a creature in the worst way possible. is the creature? Would have been better if it was a something I can pitch the white, but you'll have to do. I feel like we trade here. Is that right? All right. We lose the white regardless. And this way we get a land out of it, and if their thing still dies, it's probably worth it. We get a layer out of it as well. If they have combat tricks, then we're blown out, but... Yeah, let's get the layer. Try to end the game. Just keep growing, I guess. What is the TKSC? Hey, how's it going? I need to find it. Okay, so they already knew we had the Cradle, so they know our hand. What's going on here? It's definitely a problem, right? Like this kind of board state. They keep drawing more creatures, like we just can't get through. I mean, maybe we get there, I don't know, but like, it feels like a problem to me. Especially two. Sure, it's too late now. Yeah, it depends how popular this deck is. They could just like draw lands too. I guess that's the thing. There's no land to get. I don't. Maybe Saga's okay in this situation. I don't know. I probably should not have done that. That puts me at an even number. Yeah, that was a mistake. I like risk getting burned. Well, I guess I die anyways if they have a command. They're thinking about something. What are they casting here? We're just dead to K command? Nope. Jesus. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I could try to Talon Gaze. It's not gonna matter. They're gonna have enough chump blocks. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's in I'm starting to believe I might have to just board in the pit of the needle, so I don't get like I lose the eye randomly, like I just did there. Maybe I get lucky. I could still hypothetically. I could still hypothetically if I. Do I thin here? What does that do? If I go 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I can thin 1, I guess. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then green sun. Well, technically speaking, I can survive one more turn, so maybe thinning is not. Well, yeah, it's not worth it, I don't think. Actually, I'm just dead. What am I doing? Because they can just eye, right? Like, isn't that just the line? Ugh. Although to be fair, getting to needle is like 3 turns because I'm not gonna do it on upkeep. So here I'm not playing around anything. They eye me, they eye me. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm just dead, I think. It's crazy. I actually think now it's probably correct what the heck just happened? I thought that was 3. What am I missing here? Oh, cause never mind. I'm tripping out on the math. Tripping out. All right. It kind of feels like we need this package as a way to go over the top. Does Talongates even do anything really in this matchup? Maybe like, yeah, I don't even think that's good. So I think I'd rather just take my chances here. We'll find out. We will find out. Did I mull that game? I don't remember. It does feel like we need something to close in this matchup specifically. So this has to hit land if I want to turn on my black sources. And the, yeah, that's mull. I need my Traxa to stay in the deck too. That's a pretty good draw. If you want to waste my Cradle, they can. They probably like dismember my thing, and they like F6. Or not. Oh, TKS. That's so funny. All right, we're getting somewhere here. Oh, we can get a Saga now. What am I saying? To like grind out this game. Ooh, don't want to see that. I think they're on the ramp plan, maybe. Sure. What are they getting here? God, I hate that card. That's pretty funny. We gotta be careful though. Do we get the Saga here? Presumably, yes. We get lair here. Like, they could just... Yeah, I don't think there's a lair. I think we try to grind them out. Oh, actually, no. I think I might have messed up. If we get lair here, we could have forced... I messed up. If we got a lair, it'd be 5, 10, 11. We force a block on the dot knots here by flickering that out and drawing a card. Okay, that's a mistake. I think if they want to trade... I think if we want to trade, we're okay with that, right? Like the TKS. Yeah, it's a snap. And then we get the needle too. To needle their freaking Iwogan late game. Ugh. They probably do it on upkeep, I would imagine. So that we don't tutor. Sure. We have a lot of mana. In case we draw the needle here, right? This is a 4/4. We have a lot of live draws. If they have removal, that's one less removal for white. Wow. Okay. We're gonna grind this game out with that Saga. How funny. Ooh, we got the 5-0. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, deck's still pretty good. I will say we got pretty lucky though, for what it's worth. Look at all these, almost the maximum number of games. We probably eked it out when we shouldn't have. I think the Saga helped win that one. Whether we need Shadow Spear is a different story. We definitely saw in game two, in one of the earlier games, I think, against the other Eldrazi player who punted against us. We get into these weird board states, and against some of these decks with a lot of chump blocks, like, this cannot close the game fast enough, right? Like, especially if your opponent has some kind of, like, drain engine the way the Eldrazi does, or, like, if they're a red deck, maybe they can, like, buy a few extra turns, like Grixis Delver with Bowmasters, and just, like, dig for the bulb or something. Or the price of progress, who knows. Yeah, deck felt good. I don't think at this time I would change anything, except maybe this Gravestone should be a Grafdigger's Cage. I know I beat Storm twice. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think we got lucky. Like, I'll be honest. The thing though is, like, against Storm, it does shut off Natural Order, but maybe that's okay. Maybe we don't keep a Natural Order because we're thinking that, well, that's not true actually. Against Storm, maybe you don't need Grafdigger's Cage because depending on the variant, you have white already. Like, you can just get Bog. So I have to think about it. I don't know. But anybody have any questions? This was an unexpected 5-0 given the matchup spread. I did not think I was going to beat Storm twice. Eldrazi, it can go either way. I would say it's like pretty 50-50. Of the ancient Stompy decks, I would rather much play against Moon Stompy than Eldrazi because they have randomly removal for your big creatures. Like, in a color or colorless, that's not supposed to happen. In general, Moonstompy, once your white or Curator or whatever gets big, they cannot typically beat it. And then our last opponent against Lance. That's a pretty good matchup, I think. Our last opponent didn't play the best, but you know that we can't choose our opponents, right? Anybody have any questions for me? Here are my predictions again from the ban. Here, oops. And shout out to the Lucius. Started the stream off on a very good note. Like we misclicked our safekeeper, and then they were gracious enough to, because it was always misclicked. They conceded game 2, and then we won game 3. All right, if there's nobody, I guess I will go and raid. Let's go raid Harain here. And thank you everybody for hanging out. Or Haran, I don't know what it is. Thank you. Oops. Also, you can catch this stream on YouTube. Or just to Twitch replay.